When I started making sculpture in 2003, I was making raw clay because it was solid, it was instant. I could do it today and it was dry tomorrow. So I would always try to make a swan or a dinosaur, anything that was the essential vertical move from the clay up. I have a favorite angle for every sculpture, and normally they are photogenic. You can see that they have some frontal view. There are so many possibilities in 360 degrees if you walk around the sculpture that I can't cope with that, really, with all the views of my own work. I don't have them in my mind. I have some, maybe 3. Sculpture just feels real. The real color of bronze is gold, and I didn't know that until I started working with bronze. I always thought that bronze was darker. I also thought that bronze was solid, and then I know that's always hollow. So bronze carries all this tradition, something that is also used in public sculpture. I like that very much. I try to keep myself close to common sense many times with art materials. Bronze is very precious, and painting it is my way of dealing with bronze in the contemporary art context. It's a negotiation between the power of bronze and treating bronze not as such a precious thing. When I paint it, I think I break a little bit of that limit. For Painted Lady, I use the real fruits. And when I started using fruits, I thought that I was going to do that forever because it was so rich and easy somehow. And I thought, oh, this is material. These are the shapes that I have been looking for, and I found them. So for Venus with Fire, there are new fruits that don't really exist. They are totally like a post-fruit sculpture. It's a struggle, and it's a lot of material, and it's not easy to play nature's role, like to create a texture. And so I try not to compete with nature. So my textures, they are very literal, and you can see the fingerprints that I'm trying to keep it simple and like to show my intention more than anything there. They have much to inform each other, those 2 pieces being shown together. The third piece in the collection is called Girl with a Pearl Earring. That's easy to guess that it's after the Vermeer painting. And it really happened to have that title after it was ready. I was working with fruit for almost 7 years or something. Suddenly it's not only fruit anymore. It's like these wall things that they resemble makeup sets, or I say like it's the Flintstones makeup set sometimes. Sometimes they look like a book, sometimes they look like abstract painting, and there's so many associations to be made there. I started with egg cotton. That was the found shape. And I started playing with these holes and grooves and attaching some stones to it and small eggs and working with this relief and some depressions until I had the idea and the very strong wish to hang it. I felt that I was doing something very inappropriate almost. I was very happy when I hang it and it works. So I said, okay, that's a sculpture of a painting. It's totally abstract, there's no image there. But the colors really can give you some feeling of that period of painting because there are many yellows. And there is one small white ball, one small stone that I attached to it in the composition that got so central. That is the pearl earring. And I said, oh, look at that. So I had a lot of fun with that title and those colors and with the possibility of hanging something on the wall. And that was the start of a great deal of works that I'm doing now that are all on the wall.